We promised it. We are back. Of course, this was actually quicker. We're making it better and better every time we give you those guys those little breaks. If you have just joined us, I am Machine, it says beneath me, and to my left, I'll let you say your name this time.
Mr. Duckbit.
Yes, it is. And you can follow us on social media. Plug. So, yeah, the teams are just in the server on the 20-second countdown. We saw the first half. It was 86 tickets, I believe, in favour of Dignitas.
Yep.
So that's going to give them the advantage going into the second half. Obviously, back up to those 200 either side. I'm interested to see where this goes right now.
Yeah, it's all going to be about the break. So
Yeah.
for Animate, they really need a strong start here. They are on the better side for it, so they need the CB hold off the bat right away. They need it good, and they need a good early wipe of Dig. And right now, Dig is spreading out. They're sending one out to A, two to the middle, and then two out to B. So, and Animate have not even gone for
Animate
B.
are just gift wrapping that B site, saying,
Yeah.
here you go, we don't want that, we're just going to take one.
Very dangerous
Very
play.
strange play. Unless Dilly pulls some magic out the hat and wins this 1v1 versus Jerk, which he might just do if he plays around this hip. The hip fire is going to favour him. Dilly takes that one, and that's going to be a very lucky kill for Animate. They took a risk there. A big risk.
Indeed. And Dilly, like we already mentioned him before,
he's a big presence, yeah.
Yeah, it's easily, and he really did step up there, and there you go, there's the bleed. So this is a good start for Animate, and a surprising one as well. They really did go for an unorthodox hold, and it's paid off.
Certainly has lots of damage being done on this C site right now. We can have a little look exactly who's behind it, as everyone's died. Giggly with 2, XTQT with 2 for herself, and really suddenly it's favouring Dignitas on B and C, and they're basically swapped. There's been a little swap, and Dignitas have said, okay, right, you've taken A, that's not a problem. A very strong rotate from the Dignitas side. And right now, looking to question it, though, is Ming. Ming goes down immediately, though. Nice defensive play yet again from Giggly. He's the man doing the damage. XQT getting those squad spawns as they try and pressure this C site. I don't see it going particularly well, though.
No, don't. Just look at that. 2 players from Animate have to respond for Giggly's push onto A.
Ridiculous.
Just really good reading of the opponents. But at the same time, Ming clearing up at C, and there you go. All of a sudden, this isn't so bad for Animate. They just need to, keep a good firm hold of these 2 flags and let the bleed do the work for them.
Certainly are, and they managed to get that A site. So after what was a little bit of a pants start, starting to wake up Team Animate. Dignitas spawns are not looking too great for that A sites at the moment, so C is going to be the target of their affection, and they are just storming it. That's 5 players thrown at C site. Are we just going to see Dilly walk into B?
It does seem to be the case, and he has got more people spawning on top of him. I think Dig are getting very relaxed on the fact that that B flag isn't getting pushed much.
Risky.
And there, Ziggy's not even aware of it, actually. They are not worried about B,
NVC.
and they should be.
They really should be. And unless there's a presence going towards A, Fat Sheep is considering it, but he's taken down quite nicely by Harkle. And so right now, Animate suddenly just destroying the confidence in Dignitas. Dignitas, they had those 2 sites and just forgot that they actually had captured B. They are contesting it now, though.
Yeah, and there you go, shut down again, and Ziggy getting constantly getting killed by Dilly, and with that, Dig are relegated to the C flag, but that's a good one to jump off on, and you can make plans from that, and they're holding firm here. There's no risk of losing the C flag by the looks of it.
Yeah, certainly not right now, unless, of course, magic yet again is created as the squads are starting to spawn on towards Harkle. There's an exchange of fire. They're going to come out on top as well. Animate doing big stuff. Let's see what Sneaky has in response, as he's going to fall to Fat Sheep's ace. So, real kind of tit for tat at the moment. I hate saying that word, I know, but 159 for 159. It's literally a very literal back and forth.
Yeah, it is, and you can see Diggs always going for, as soon as they lose C, they just go straight back for it. They know how pivotal that flag is, and it is pretty much all they're working towards. And that's a big kill on Fat Sheep from Giggly. That flag was about to go over to Animate, and that would have had the bleed on their side, and Giggly picks up, and he gets a second as well. I mean, he's on fire right now.
Yeah, and we need to keep in mind that 86 mark. 86 tickets, Dignitas in that first half, so that just makes it so much harder for Animate to get into this map. And at the moment, Animate are trying their best for this triple cap. If they got that triple cap bleed, that might just put it into perspective. That might make it a bit more of a reality as opposed to a hope at the moment. They've got that triple cap. What can Dignitas pull out of the bag to question it? At the moment, very little. NVC looking to defend as Harkle is in the depths of the C site. Spots one, he's going to go down though. Jerk is just winning every single trade right now. 1v1, 2v2, he's there and he's the one picking up the frags.
Yeah,
and look at that response, look at that.
Yep, that's what Dig want. They want BC, and that's what they got. And with that, instantly they send Giggly out to try and capture that B flag. And Mark getting 2 kills, eventually going down himself, but buying time for Dig to get a defense sorted.
It does feel like Mark for the Dignitas side is just that distraction. He is quite, he's showing up on the map. He's doing damage, enough damage to make someone rotate, and then that's one less number on the side that Dignitas actually want.
Yeah, definitely. And also, it means if you do have someone die, it means that they can spawn in at a crucial time and bolster their numbers, especially when they're flagging after a good solid attack. And Animate now just seem to be falling apart, and all their spawns, all their random spawns are so far away from any of Dig held flags that this is starting to get really worrying for them.
Yeah, it's not an easy task to... I think B might be an option. We see B rarely changing hands now. Dignitas have had it for a long time, and look at those tickets tick away. Very close to that 86 mark they need to be watching out for. And the kind of... Animate aren't inspiring confidence in the C site right now. There's only Jerk on it. That's one player of Dignitas. And as I say that, players are spawning NVCs there as well to defend, but I don't know if really Animate are going to pull anything magical right now. 3 players charging in. They're throwing every player they have towards this C site, and I can only imagine Dignitas are going to let them have it.
Oh, they're fighting for it as best they can. It's a one-on-one situation now with Jerk and Dilly, and more spawning in. There's Fat Sheep as well. Oh, he gets a knife kill!
A bayonet Jerk. Like I said, this man has just been making sights his own, and that knife just completely confirms it. Quick look at the scoreboard. 16 for 3, ladies and gentlemen. Contrast that with the man on an Animate on 9 for 13. That's Fat Sheep leading the fray for them. But wow, why are we not giving Jerk more attention? Where is the man now? And here he is, sat on C on his own. And he hasn't been roaming particularly. It's a very defensive player at the moment.
Yeah, and with that, it is Dig taking this series 2-0, and we ended that with a knife kill as well.
Was that the last ticket? I would love to think it was.
The last ticket. I think.
Oh, that makes me a very happy man.
Right at the end there, and
brilliant.
Man, that was brutal.
So a tag was stolen for that last ticket. There was like a ticket attached to the tag as he ripped the dog tag off his neck.
Yeah, I love it when it's a bayonet as well. Something about the fact that it's a bayonet as your knife just seems to add a bit more.
Sounds more
dramatic.
There
is a shank as well, which I think is another one I use that all the time.
Like a prison shank.
Yeah, that's my favourite one. Okay. So, it does... but, even Dig look a bit weak at times, which is quite surprising. But I kind of feel that they were taking it a bit for granted at times. Maybe being too aggressive. Do
you think, because is that Dignitas Dogbert speaking, or is that Dogbert? Because I was watching that and I felt like that was just Dignitas making mistakes.
It's very likely. Yeah. They are playing with 2 of our newer players. Mark is saying that he was in Dig long before everyone else here. But at the same time, we were talking about how the game was really close, then all of a sudden like a brick wall just came down. It's almost like all of a sudden they just decided, you shall not pass.
Yeah, no,
and
it's true.
And it's just at BC, and they just sat there.
They laughed at Animate's attempts. It's true.
Yeah, and I kind of feel that that's something that Dig can switch on when they need to, and Animate could make it a crazy game, and that was their only hope. Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't make it crazy enough.
It certainly wasn't crazy enough. We are obviously going to be taking... So the winner of that, Dignitas, going to be going up against the winner of Infused. Too good or too fast? Too fast for Jesus?
Too fast for Jesus.
I think they're too fast, not too good for him. So we're going to have that game coming up very shortly. We're going to take a very quick break. Of course, I know you're probably sick of them, but do tweet us in and we'll read it out on stream. And I really look forward to this game. This is the game you said is going to be a close one. Infused, 8 for 1 up, only losing 1 game, and that's obviously to the champions MYM. And of Dignitas, the Dignitas we've seen today, we might see. I feel like we're going to see Infused take it. I don't want to go crazy and start calling games before they've even started, but from what you've said about the Infused statistics and the way that they're playing in comparison to this Dignitas kind of the numbers game, I think this could be a very close game if we see the Dignitas with the brick wall.
Yeah, no, very true. And I think both teams will try and impose it. But
yeah, of course.
Who gets it in there first, really?
I'm excited. Right, we'll go to a short break, guys. Do not go anywhere. Maybe get a cup of tea, and we'll get straight back into this game.